Etivonia for him or BBR Quaba strong condo by daily update so Hana Babina trending news I also or Ghana fan yourself and Didi can have subscribe to our channel nothing so watching Chibia bit about comment section or any bit my G pass again our thing so Emma fish of a more than for any as in Biashik. Yes, I mean go straight to a major issue. Kelvin Tiller in Sabigua or say. You say na sin kunkum Bawku for na nka twa to jana say say kum nipa sis kwa mana yi and so in chibia na Bawumia ho can send be just obey make sure say by maintain peace near the other then so information to jana say came till I say Bawumia ni di nkofo bi anima omutimi meda say kum nkofo was a Bawku people no nti osa ko ga chom say I person maintaining peace na medomo dia na person chire say enim say GM breast no na Bawku for egunkum na da so koso na so omo fa kwati kwan bi so na omo ebo omo adwin say o say odi wutu ba na ya mauska ya ma ho do na de omo tu e ba ye say we do na de omo tu ba na ya mauska zani ene omo tena say na ene omo di nkoma ka say oh e person maintain peace near the ade na odi ekuma ma for na ot Jubilee House no release statement say munjai dem yan and so enko make some any ashimbia or winning some like in o to be ama Bawumia permanent ya say Bawumia ne ladies ankophobia and mo me kunkum ma for medam for or sanko for no winning leak about to ya she so come me nkuti Kelvin
wants to talk about it. So Bawumia wait 7 years. 7 years after hundreds have been killed. He is from Bawku. Bawumia is a Mamprusi. 7 years. The only time he spoke on Bawku was when he was sitting in Accra in his office. His own people. Why is Bawumia not worried when people or a soul is taken in Bawku? Why do you think Bawumia did not care? After 7 years, he's now paying a visit. The last time Bawumia came to Bawku was in 2020. He was coming to tell them, you are my brothers. After some of them were killed by their own people who think they are superior than some people in Bawku. Some people think that today's power, one of their sons is in there, so they can use that power to intimidate their own brothers in Bawku. So when you see Bawumia go to Bawku to stand in front of the chief to act as if that he cares, Bawumia is a liar. He needs power from the people of Bawku and he will select one side and wipe them out. The people of Bawku, listen to me. Bawumia just needs that power. Today, he's walking around and acting as if he's humble. He loves you. For 7 years, you have been killed. In your own land, on your own land. You have been treated like slaves. You have been killed for 7 years. This guy called Bawumia never stood up and said, no. It does not matter who is shot in Bawku. I am from Bawku. My umbilical cord was buried in Bawku. This guy did not care because those people who have been affected are not the people he believes are supposed to be there. I'm not here to mention tribes, but I'm here to speak to you as knowledgeable people. Bawumia's comedy of coming to Bawku last week was basically to come test you people. After he led the police council, he led a regime, a government to kill so many people in Bawku. He's back again because he needs the power. He needs that power to do the last job. And the last job is, give me the power to wipe you out. There are people in Bawku who are scared. There are people in Bawku who are hurt because they are in Bawku, but they are slaves. Because they cannot speak to government. Because they don't have their people in government. Because they don't have their people in government to protect them. Some group of people have access to guns. They can take people out. They can wipe people out. And the government is quiet. Bawumia has taken sides. If he hadn't taken sides for 7 years, why is he now coming to tell you, you are my brothers? When the people in the Bawku areas, they were being murdered. They were being killed every single day. What did you say? When Bawku, for the past 7 years, they have been screaming, they have been speaking, we need somebody to save us. We are all one people. Why are we being neglected? Why are we being selected against? People of Bawku were chased. Why are they so important to Bawumia today? Why is Bawku, some people in Bawku, important to Bawumia? Why? They're already dead. Everything has been taken away from them. They have been suppressed for 7 years. The young man who is from Gonja did everything possible to take those weapons that were killing them. Mahamudu Bawumia is an in and out Bawku boy. John Dramani Mahama is from the Gonja land, but he cared about the people of Bawku than Mahamudu Bawumia. Bawumia only thinks about the people in Bawku, some of them who he thinks are stupid, to give him power to cut the head of the snake off. Mahamudu Bawumia needs power from the people of Bawku. Mahamudu Bawumia has never cared about some of you in Bawku. Mahamudu Bawumia has always been selective. I'll come and tell you one story about Bawumia, Bawku, and with that one, I will do tribe. We are not there yet. We cross 2024, and you will hear and see what Mahamudu Bawumia has done. Today, I'm not going to go into tribes. I am giving you the general picture and how untruthful, unfaithful, dangerous Mahamudu Bawumia is. If you're a citizen of Bawku and you think Bawumia is coming to save you, think about the past 7 years. You might have, for you people know people who have been killed. Ask yourself, was it an issue for the government? Was Bawumia worried? Why today? Because he needs power and he has one task. Take the power from them and wipe the part you don't want out. You will come back to this story. I'll be right back to continue today's show. You're still watching. When they came into power, all these tricycles, John Dramani Mahama and NDC for Ejano, say I'm from for irrespective of your tribe or where you are coming from. Mahamudu Bawumia, they took everything and they brought it to the Ashanti region and brought it to the Eastern region and they shared it.
The SADA branded tricycles, numbering at least 38, have been left here in the open compound of the Public Workers Department in Bolgatanga since the year 2016. According to Chairman of the Northern Development Authority's Ad Hoc Committee, Boniface Gambila, the tricycles were meant to be given to farmers at subsidized cost as part of a poverty alleviation strategy under the NDC government's Savannah Accelerated Development Authority, SADA. However, not all the tricycles were distributed before the 2016 election, which led to a change in government.
The issue is there was a good program, a laudable program to help farmers under a PPP arrangement. So if the PPP arrangement didn't go well, it's not about the chief executive or the board. It has happened. That is how we are here as a board. Maybe other things will happen before you know, then you can then move in. It wasn't a deliberate thing to form the PPP, bring the things and throw away. It wasn't deliberate.
He said over 2,000 of the tricycles were procured by individuals, either by direct purchase or on hire purchase basis, across the northern, upper east and upper west regions. But up to now, many of the people who took the tricycles have not fully paid for them.
So we do not want these things wasted. People have bought them and we want to make sure they come and pay. If they don't pay, the police, the military, the law courts will go after them. But as a customer and client business relationship, we are going to contact them directly on their lines, contact them through the radio or the media as a whole, to tell them to come and pay for what they procured, either under direct purchase or under hire purchase.
Under this MPP government, SADA has been rechristened the Northern Development Authority, NDA. Mr. Gambila indicated that the ad hoc committee of the NDA, which he chairs, is assessing the current situation of the authority since there has been a transition of government. He added that once the assessments are concluded, the NDA will roll out its new plans and will consider repairing these tricycles and selling them at moderate prices to interested persons.
So far, we have about 2,100 tricycles left to be distributed. And that is big man. The other challenge we thinking we are going to face is that when these things were procured, we realized they were overpriced as compared with the open market. So the chaps rushed to buy them, food soldiers, NDC food soldiers. They thought it was a favor. But underground, the project known as the PPP, called Unique Savannah, actually overpriced them.
For Joy News, Albert Sorry, reporting from Bolgatanga.
So, some northerners are their own enemies. And tough for be no more MPP, no more Jimmy Chen, any account for the MPP muno. And that is why any MPP for no, you boot in tough for so much Jimmy. Because this man will tell you, or a ceremony, you bought power 2017 and the man, or no criminal can say Ojina court. So this is the typical MPP. And tough for no more, omo tough for no, omo time tough for more slim. The derailment, and I said the life.
Ebra no kasa no kebi na o say brana or ye auditorium no I think say eno echi no na ye omo ye adwuma ma Bawumia friend no na omo friend no mo kan say oh Ǩēlvin nke bi yanka ofu betini atete onyama so kakra nke bitima ye kakra na Ǩēlvin reply mo ka say ono bana o ye no auditorium na enye omo na omo chen de wo bitima ye because oba no or kasa o si Ghana man enye the omobe kan no ba bi di echi na o kan be about a bokon sense nipa ye kunkum amo any ade senka GM kwampo save omo a mai si kwampo da west kwama ewo Bawumia mo pen so mana yi ikon akan interest so kamoni nkuti Ǩēlvin wakan fa Bawumia Go be my friend. What you two said, Pamon, Mr. Coming Kutil.
Ado leading the vanguard, Dr. Bawumia so tiny chi, near you now, see dear chi. Yamia ya bossum, ya jay mine, ya coswans what ye mine ninko, niakano, yet the young hoarding ye moja and cra. You didn't deny the bomb by. Nana Kufuado leading the vanguard, Dr. Bawumia so tiny chi, near you now, see dear chi. Yamia ya bossum, ya jay mine, ya coswans what ye mine.
That is the mentality of the NPP. Oma omo mine, ome kumo. My NPP friends, when I woke up this morning, I saw a few NPP friends who are in the camp of Mahmoud Bawumia texting me, please, you are my friends in the NPP. But where we have gotten to our friendship. When I start to do my editorials, I'm serious here, I'm saving the nation. So please, my friends in the NPP, when it comes to Bawku and the ethnic issues happening, I am going to do a lot in 2024. I am going to open up a lot of things for Ghanaians to see, because that is what you people want. You people always kept the truth from the people. You people always made sure the media has been shut down, muted, not to tell Ghanaians how some people are being killed in their own land. My job is to let the people know the truth. I don't care. I don't care about tribes. I care about people who will be protected. I need to protect lives. So if you're my MPP friend, you people heard me talk about Bawku yesterday, and I woke up in the morning, I've seen people call me, oh bro, link up. I don't want to do anything. I don't have any conversation. Please, if you want to talk to me, it should be beyond this. Where we are all Ghanaians, but we need to save this nation. So it is not about you or me. It's about saving Ghana, and we all belong to Ghana. So we need to get it clear. What is happening in Bawku is bad. For the past 7 years, people are struggling there. Some group of people are killing some group of people. You people should make sure. He has become something like a disease. 7 years. Go and ask Ekufuado what he took home Today, when you go to Akufo-Addo's hometown, when you go to his hometown, the eastern region, they have free Wi-Fi. All roads have been constructed. For 7 years, you have not taken anything to the north. You go there and you lie to them. They kill your own brothers. You sit in Accra and you release statements. And this takes me straight to Bawku. Bawumia something recently, and it's got to do with trying to lie to his own brothers in the northern region. Bawku. Yesterday I spoke on this, and you know, with me, I don't just speak on anything. Now, when you go back into history, recently in 2022, 6 killed, others injured, ethnic conflict. Bawumia last week was in Bawku, and his statements were simple. I am going to bring peace. I am going to make sure nobody will kill any indigene. Bawku people, whether from here or from there, I am going to bring peace. Bawumia has been vice president of the Republic of Ghana for 7 years. Can you count the number of people who have been killed under the leadership of Bawumia as a northerner? Especially when you go to Bawku, the number of people who have been murdered. When John Mahama was in power, there was a lot of conflict in the northern region, especially around Bawku. A government needs to take initiative. A government needs to take action. A government needs to show that I am concerned about whatever is happening. But because Bawumia is more interested in some part or some section of the people destroying other lives, he stays in Accra and releases statement without showing concern, without going there for 7 years, 7 good years. Oba Ghana heya nina baby aye kuni papa aye Bawku enso Bawumia free. So ask yourself, what is in Bawku that is not attracting Bawumia? Because whether you belong to this tribe or that tribe, you are all in Bawku. Why is Bawumia not too worried about the killings in Bawku? Why? For 7 years. Bawumia is the chairman of the police council. For crying out loud. He has more powers than the IGP. But every single day, people of Bawku, I don't care the tribe they are from, but a particular tribe or some tribes have been tormented for 7 years. Bawumia has stayed in Accra. Let me take you back. In 2016, this is what we saw. When John Mahama was in power, the NDC tried to take action. Time and a conflict to Bawku. What the NDC did was they told some of the residents are not omuwotu because there were some people who had a lot of guns in Bawku. And the Mahama administration started taking initiative and saying, no, you cannot blame any tribe here. If it is an ethnic conflict, you cannot go and say, Asimesi, you are wrong. Asimesi, you are right. When you do that, you deepen the disagreement. So what you do is, whatever they are using to cause the disagreement, take it away nicely. And now we can sit with our 10 fingers and do what? And talk. So John Mahama and the NDC decided to use a strategy to make sure that the weapons that were basically making some people think they are superior over others in Bawku, if those weapons are given out and people bring their weapons and get money, what is going to happen is going to be left with just their fingers. And that no matter how many times you slap me, I can still sit and have a conversation with you. But when you press the trigger, you cannot sit and talk to me to reach an agreement. So under John Mahama, something came up. They told the people of Bawku, bring your gun and take money. And it was a project that was slowly helping. People were being disarmed indirectly, because when it's got to do with ethnic conflict, you cannot blame anybody. It goes deep. It is beyond a politician coming to sit there and say, you stop, you don't, you. It's beyond that. You have to first make sure whatever they have and making them think they can go and attack a brother. When you're able to take those things away, then we can sit at the table and talk. So this is what John Mahama and the NDC started doing. Their own daily guide reported the story, and modern Ghana picked it. I'm not going to, let me read a little bit of the story, because I don't want anybody to sit anywhere else and say, Makas Masha Bawumia. Information reaching Lēakēd from the Bawku municipality in the Upper East region indicates that some residents who had been keeping guns in their area had handed them over to the police in response to calls for residents to submit their weapons. All the guns submitted to the police so far are AK-47 assault rifles. Safi, what you say? Now, when we move forward, the Bawku Municipal Chief Executive Ishahaku Bukari, who confirmed the information to Lēakēd, said it was good news and hoped more people will see the need to hand over their weapons to the law enforcement agents. He said the assembly was in touch with the Interior Minister to prepare a package to reward the 3 residents who had returned their guns and others who would follow suit. So that was what the John Mahama administration they were trying to do. They were trying to fall within, they were trying to let the people understand. They never took sides. They never sat in Accra and looked on for ethnic groups to kill each other. Nobody's wrong here unless some people feel that they are not wrong because they have firepower. So we could tattoo na say can be no, and I just say because I can get that firepower, because I know people can supply me with what I want, I will feel superior. That is when you cannot stop the conflict. Unless somebody feels they have firepower. Because if we all don't have firepower, we cannot threaten each other. So I mean to threaten me. We can disagree, but I will see say you cannot take my life. So John Dramani Mahama did not just sit in Accra. He tried. This is a complicated issue. Now I'm taking you back to 2016. In 2016, Bawumia went to the north. Went to Bawku when they wanted power. And when the NPP wanted power, I tell you, power, one, ethnicity, 2, religion. And these are the 2 things the NPP is good at. The third one is lies, propaganda, negative propaganda. So they started doing politics. Bawumia and Mamprusini of Bawku. John Dramani Mahama on Bawku for no yeku Bawku for. So they sent Bawumia to Bawku. And Bawumia went to the Bawku people, went in front of the Bawku Yana and told him, we are going to solve this problem. 2016. I showed you 2022. How many people were killed in Bawku? Recently, when you go to Garuk Timpani, which is like 45 minutes away from Bawku, young men were brutalized by police and military. Kanapa was supposed to be called to parliament to answer questions. They did not do it. Bawumia is in Ghana. He didn't speak. These are residents of Bawku. You are the vice president. You have been vice president for 7 years. This is what Bawumia, when he went to Bawku in 2016, this is what he told the people and the chiefs, that they are going to solve the conflict. What have they done for the past 7 years? But you know, the most disheartening thing about this whole thing is some group of people in Bawku think they are superior because they feel that they are closer to some political powers than some group of people. And nobody wants to talk about it. So mark of development in the northern region, so cut down in history. Kwame Nkrumah started developing the northern region. Who are the people who stood against Kwame Nkrumah in the UP? Na yen tough one and na yen account for and we were using in tough one against Kwame Nkrumah. In the NPP no in tough one do no with all due respect do Jimmy and development.
Now, for any information about Toge Moshi, yeah, me can say, more can be about Bawumia, so leading for leading of Momoko, Madame Conform Poconi, and I don't know, with information in Likee about Toge and Moshi. At the far a year, Bawumia, Conform, Mamma, fake until I was in semi brain or Macancano. Major December, when you are there for a year, 2 or 2 are. Yeah, boy, contact him, no, for I didn't about comment section. I think so, between so I share more down for so. Any be so share, and my office of a share more down for so mediation. So I might need no book, so send every identity in a news be an share. Waiting to your notification or seeing news be an order. Betting my back, no abeshe. We are waiting to drink about any idea to me. We are waiting to drink about or nothing. Any idea, any better video. You know, we are so your buy a daily update. So eba ha be hwe ye do bibia zoba